Hey guys, Doug here again. Something a little bit different today. I've traveled at least 100 feet today in my backyard to do a little camp setup. Just to, I want to get my bearings and feel out the whole winter camping gear that I have. Right here I have the Tschum, T-S-C-H-U-M. I think the T is silent, so I'm going to call it the Tschum two-person Sausa. Now, I've had this tent for quite a while, but new to me today is the Poshehonka wood stove. Now, it's sold by Tschum and made in Russia, whereas this is German, okay? I'm going to put links in the description for both these for all the specs and whatnot, but as any 5-year-old would do, when the mail lady comes and brings you your new gear, you have to run out and play with it. So I thought, instead of waiting till I'm go on a trip, I need to figure out how the chimney is going to work in this tent and give it its first burn, just to burn off any oils and stuff left over in making it, so I don't gas myself out the first night I use it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to open this up and have a quick look and set her up and give it a first burn. So, box aside, this is how it came, alright? So, comes with this nice bag. Instructions. But I did look at the instructions and there is no real stovepipe configuration to this stove. So, a little pair of gloves. There's the legs. Here is the stove. Alright. So, I may have made a mistake, I may not have, time will tell, but these deflectors, it's kind of a little safety edge around here. You can get these permanently welded on or removable, and the website was saying how much stronger it is with them welded on, so I went with that. But now, looking at it, that just added about a good 4.5 inches to the width of the stove, and on the back side too. Now, will that be a problem? I don't think it will be. Like, this is not for backpacking, but I probably will have it in my canoe and on my sled for winter camping. So it's going to be that backpacking kind of hike-in trip that it may become an issue where I might need a little fold-down stove. Mind you, this tent, you are capable of having an open fire inside of it, so maybe that's the trip the stove stays home. But as you can see, it's full of pipe. This is exactly the pipe that came with the stove, with the exception of this bad boy here. And this is the little insulated deflector, and this is what the canvas can actually touch, wrap right around the stovepipe without hurting the canvas or actually any tent material. So anyway, so that's the only thing that I bought outside of the actual kit. So I'm going to pull all these out. We'll shoot over to the tent here and try and figure out how I want to configure it in the tent. I guess this is for traveling sake. A little plug. I wonder, yeah, okay, and then a little rain stop. When the stove's not in use, you can plug it off. That's handy. Alright, so this is the top side of the stove. This is how it this is the door. Now, the air control is all in here. You can pull that out and you can see how this is all perforated with holes. Same thing, you can line the holes up and you can damper it off however you wish. So it's a different setup. But for the bottom side, put some legs on it. Simple enough. Okay, so come on in the tent. This is a full-size sleeping pad here. So this is me laying here. So I think that stove would be nice to have right around here that I can kind of sit. The camera feet are already in the tent, so I still got almost 3 feet 40 inches from the edge of the stove to the edge. So I think something like this would be good. Gonna find some level ground. Okay, so the stovepipe, I have here 5 straight pipes, 2 bent pipes, and of course the insulated one for going through the tent. So I'm gonna try and MacGyver this, work through this, try to figure out how I want to do this. But definitely I need that bend earlier than later. So I wonder if I can keep some of this chimney. That actually makes sense. If I go up one piece, see, let me show you the cap. Do these clips. You can see this this flap is removable. That's why you can have the open fire inside and the smoke comes up through. But I think if I come up with that stovepipe and come across, it looks like this is how it will work best. It seems like I still got an extra piece here, but I think this configuration might be the ticket. Finally, I played with a couple different configurations, but I wasn't happy with having the stovepipe around here, and I actually really like this. This is, as you can see, I've got the stove. I put an elbow here, and then it goes straight up to the roof here, which is real nicely tucked in here. And I got lots of space here that this canvas can never touch this, and this is totally safe wrapped around here. All right. So what I like about this now is that I'm going to be laying right here, and the heat shield is here and here. I can keep my firewood all in the front corner here, and all I gotta do is just sit up and stoke the fire. Heat shield here. I got the aluminum pole. I probably won't use a wood pole when I'm winter camping. I'll probably stick with the aluminum pole. In the past I've just cut a sapling and use that, but I'll probably carry the aluminum pole. So I think this is pretty much perfect. Shoot, even if I had somebody else, they can still lay in front of the camera here. There's still room for another person. But this is good. I'm tickled. Let's light a fire. This is my first tent stove. I have one over here. I don't know if you can see it. This is the great, or not so great, northern stove, which is now my yard ornament because it's a piece of junk. I never ever got to use that in a tent. I just tried it at home. It came from like I forget like where I got it. They sell them all over at discount stores and stuff, and it looks like a real fun stove, but it's useless. So I've never bothered to bring it anywhere, and it's a tank to carry too. But anyway, like I was saying, the Poshehonka will be my first real tent stove. Usually I'm a cold winter camper, sleep in the snowbanks with a fire, but you know, sometimes in these solo trips that I do, I would like to have a little stove, cook my breakfast and have my coffee right in the tent before. I think it would just make me want to do those extreme colder temperature trips more. Whereas in the past it's like, it's gonna warm up a little bit. We don't need to go out at minus 40 degrees, but now I have no excuse. So this is nowhere near lightweight camping. Like I said, I'm either gonna have to have a canoe or a sled to bring this setup. This tent is very heavy, but that said, I would assume that I will have that tent for the rest of my life. Like, it's a fantastic tent. It's well built, and I've been taking good care of it, and I'm continue to do so. You can't roll it up and put it away, dry everything out all the time. You know the drill. So I'm looking forward to getting out and testing this gear. I don't think I've ever I've had a bunch of these teepee tents, but I don't think you've ever seen me camp in this one. But I used to have a very similar shape, the Go Light Shangri-La, and then I also had the Mountain Hardware Hoopla, which is all the same shape. So I love this style of tent. I love them in the wind. They're fantastic in the wind, and they're actually very, very simple to set up. So I want to light this fire. Before I start that fire, look at the size of the box in here. This is the small. It comes in small, medium, and large, and that's a good size box, fire box. So you see a lot of the welds here, and they tell you that it says function over beauty. But the reason I went with this stove, I should say too, is that it's an airtight stove, and it claims to be up to 70% more efficient than others, and you can damper it down and you can hold your fire for a lot longer than the regular little slap together stove. So see the chimney, so we got 2 elbows, which gives me more than enough room still to cook. See, this is my pot. Put an elbow here, and then right up through the roof. And this way, doing this configuration, if it works good, I can leave a pipe home, and I got more room for storage inside. So enough chit chat, let's get this fire going. Try here, got some hardwood maple, and then just some pine scraps here to get it going. Alright, so I'm just going to keep it wide open and see how it goes. Yeah, this is hot to touch. And that's nice. Not even, can't feel any heat at all. Burn your hand? No heat. Good. All right, this is exactly why I wanted to do this this test burn. This is oil and stuff all over, just burning off. Probably gonna suffocate in here, but putting in the hardwood now, and we'll give her a good long burn. But this is a very large firebox for sure. You know what I should be doing is getting a pot of water and make myself a coffee. But there again, super hot. You can see the steel starting to turn color, which is great. But the sides, like, I will burn my skin huge on that. But the sides are very touchable. A little warm on up here, but almost cold down the bottom here. I'm getting excited. I like it. I really do like it. I like not fussing with the door. Now this is I'll smoke myself every time I do that, but this damping system is really slick. I got all the holes open, and then I can just turn it down and just dampen it. I don't know if you can see that, but open, dampen, or pull it out and just give it air right in the end, just to really get her fired up. Yeah, maybe these little deflectors on the side are a good thing. It is so hot. It's a cooler day today, but not cool enough for this. My goodness. Anyway, that's the beauty about this tent. You can open both sides. You can use just half of it as a one-sided lean-to. Alright. My tent pole is cool to the touch. It looks like all the off-gassing is done, and the burning of the oils. I feel like a little schoolboy. I'm all excited. This is a Savannah Ground Pad. I really like this pad because it comes with a little skirt on both sides of the pad, and you can you know how you get lazy and you roll over and skid off the pad or whatever, but this is a little bit of a good ground protection that keep your stuff dry and clean. Stovepipe's getting all golden back here. That's good. Need to make it look used. Get her good and dirty. Right, Finn? Whee! Well, there's no excuse for being cold this winter. This is oh, that's throwing ridiculous heat. And if this was closed up, I might die. I'll probably have the door open half the time. But this is how I'm probably going to sleep. So I imagine I would just put a log in at night, and if I sleep through the night, I'll probably have to start the fire again in the morning, obviously, but it's a quick heat up. We got a boil. it is so hot in here. I'm not even going to attempt to drink this coffee in the tent. Backyard camping at its finest. So, it's not my normal video thing I like to do, but I'd rather do this and talk about it in my backyard than to ruin a good trip with talking about my gear and whatnot. I know I forgot, people are going to ask me, that kettle is made by Eagle Industries. I think it's some kind of a European knockoff, can't be sure, but really like that little kettle. But anyway, this is the Tschum 2-man Sausa. So they have a lighter weight one too, which doesn't, it might be a lighter fabric, but it doesn't have the little snow skirt on the outer edges, which I like, I want to keep. That's why I bought it that way. And yeah, but like I said, good luck trying to get one. Rune has probably, I think, overwhelmed the market. I'm lucky I got mine early, but I think the last time I looked on their website, it's like 24 weeks or something to get a tent. But the stove you can have, I ordered that not even a week ago, so they have them in stock. Like I said, they're made in Russia. They're not handmade in Germany like the tent. So hope you like this kind of video. Hope I'm not a proper gear reviewer and don't want to be, but I just want a little show and tell today, so I don't have to do it later on a cool trip and talk about gear the whole time. So there you go. I think I'm overall I'm impressed with the stove, and I'll keep it running probably most of the night tonight, and yeah, give her a good working in, first time work over. So I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.